In pharmaceutical manufacturing, you can't wait until the end of the line to test if a product is safe. Quality has to be actively engineered into the medication while it's being made. That active real-time defense system is called in-process quality assurance, or IPQA. The goal here is simple: catch and correct defects right on the floor before they multiply into thousands of compromised units. To do this, an IPQA officer is constantly moving through the facility. They verify the production line is clear, pull samples from mixers, and check equipment runs within precise limits. Catching a mistake in real time is only half the battle. If an officer adjusts a machine dial or clears a line based purely on memory, without leaving a trace, they've created a massive blind spot for regulators. To auditors like the FDA, a perfectly controlled physical process means nothing if you can't irrefutably prove exactly how, when, and by whom those controls were applied. That requirement brings us to the second pillar of manufacturing: documentation. This is the permanent written proof of every single action taken on the cleanroom floor. There is a cardinal, unbreakable rule in quality assurance: if it is not documented, it is considered not done. That proof lives in a highly controlled ecosystem of paperwork. Standard operating procedures tell the staff how to work, while logbooks, checklists, and the master batch manufacturing record capture exactly what historical reality, guaranteeing that every single pill can be traced back to its raw ingredients. Both of these functions share the exact same goal of ensuring patient safety. So why are they strictly divided into two completely separate roles? This infographic shows why a robust system demands two oversight layers. One worker monitors the physical process, while another verifies the record. This separation provides three major benefits: avoiding inherent human bias, establishing better overall control, and drastically increasing error detection. Evaluating the hum, vibration, and physical output of an industrial mixer requires a completely different mental focus than methodically auditing a numerical logbook for missing decimal points. Assigning these distinct mental tasks to different people creates a built-in, self-correcting loop. The physical checker and the record keeper naturally audit each other's work. Now consider what happens when that loop breaks down. If the person running the process is also the only person writing the record, the entire system collapses into one vulnerable point of failure. Human nature dictates that when someone makes an honest error and no one else is watching, the immediate, overwhelming temptation is to quietly correct it and hide the mistake off the books. This opens the door to massive data integrity threats. It invites subtle manipulation, the insertion of backdated entries, and makes it completely impossible for an auditor to conduct a truly independent investigation later on. Without a neutral third-party observer to verify that the numbers on the page match the physical reality on the floor, the data becomes weak and unreliable. Combining these jobs creates a structural incentive for workers to cover up deviations, placing patient safety directly at risk. Let's ground this theory on the actual production floor by looking at the tablet compression phase. While the machine punches out thousands of pills a minute, the IPQA officer steps in to physically sample the product. They check for weight variation, measure tablet thickness, and verify the machine's running speed. As shown in the lower panels here, while one performs those physical checks, the documentation officer stands by independently. They do not alter the machine. Instead, they log the specific observations and record the test results as they happen. This creates an immediate failsafe. If the IPQA officer misses a slight parameter drift, the documentation officer's real-time review of the written record will catch the discrepancy before the batch moves forward. Separating the performer from the verifier ensures that an error on the floor cannot be quietly erased by an eraser in the logbook. When in-process quality assurance and documentation operate as distinct parallel forces, they forge an unbreakable shield of transparency and data integrity. This dual-layered oversight keeps defect rates low, maintains consistent quality, and ensures that a facility will stand up to the strictest regulatory audits. It all comes down to the guiding philosophy of pharmaceutical manufacturing. One controls the process, another proves it correctly. Public trust in life-saving medication isn't freely given. It is painstakingly engineered, pill by pill, line by line, through the deliberate separation of these two essential roles. If you want to keep sharpening your knowledge on pharmaceutical quality assurance and regulatory compliance, hit subscribe. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.